you guys. Now, the next topic I want to get into, the free agent targets for the New York Jets. We always do this backwards. We're always like draft mode. Well, free agency's first, folks. Okay, so maybe we should focus on this because I think what happens in free agency has a direct correlation about what happens in the NFL draft for every single team. The Jets got a lot of cap space. They're going to rework a lot of their deals. They're probably going to release some guys. So it's going to go up probably to what it is today. But before we get into the potential targets, where are you at right now in terms of guys they're going to retain? I think the big question is a Simpson or an AVT. Is one of those two guys coming back, Jake? And if so, which one of the two? John Simpson, Elijah Vera-Tucker, which one of those two will the Jets prioritize, or maybe let them both walk?
I think AVT's back on a prove-it deal with incentives for playing time, and they let Simpson walk. That's my initial feel on it. I could be dead wrong. I just think the way the O-line played with Myers already being re-signed, maybe the Jets feel like they have a decent floor for what this unit can be, and to get it to the next level, hey, let's take a chance on AVT actually being healthy. They like him a lot. They voted him team captain, and then let's see what he could possibly do if he's healthy with the rest of the group. So that's kind of my thought process. Simpson didn't have a great year. If he had a great year, I think you bring him back. You don't mess with a good thing, but he committed a ton of penalties. Just didn't think he was as good as he was 2 years ago. So I lean with AVT on a shorter term deal.
Yeah, I agree. The only difference between Simpson and AVT that I see is durability. The one thing I respect from Simpson, and that's a big problem, of course, with AVT is availability. The Jets are going to have to bring in depth behind AVT. Your thoughts of that, Matt? Do you think AVT or Simpson is the right decision to bring in at left guard?
Yeah, I think when healthy, AVT is the better player. Unfortunately, there's been 3 years in his career where he has had season-ending injuries with the New York Jets. So for that reason, I think you're asking for trouble if you're bringing him back and expecting him to be a starter. We've seen it happen before where, they're betting on guys to just, finally, this is it. This is going to be the year they stayed healthy. And, I know the injuries aren't related. It's not like he's hurt the same knee 3 times, but both triceps. He's had the Achilles injury. It's really tough for him, and I feel for the guy. But for that reason, I would lean with John Simpson. Plays every game. He's a leader in that locker room. He might not have the ceiling that AVT does, but I think you could pencil him in for 17 games.
Other pending free agents are guys like Quincy Williams. I think we can all agree he's a Cowboy. Right? Won't have any oppositions?
He won't be a Jet. I mean, that is 1,000% for sure.
Yeah, will not be a Jet. We can all agree on that one. My prediction is reuniting with Quinnen over there in Dallas. He's gone. Michael Clemens, a Jet fan favorite, gone or re-signed? Matt?
Lifetime contract extension.
Yeah, I think he's back.
Really?
I'm not even kidding. I think they bring him back. I think Aaron Glenn likes him.
Yeah. Do you agree with Aaron Glenn liking him is the question now, Jim?
Do I agree with Aaron Glenn liking Michael Clemens? No, I do not.
Matt, do you think Aaron Glenn has an epiphany for he's a Michael Clemens fan?
He does seem to talk him up. I'm going to say this is in all seriousness, I do think this is the year where they go a different direction. Finally, I hope they have learned from their past mistakes.
I don't know, man. He looks scary. So
it does. We'll probably see a video of him coming in with a spiked bat. And
yeah, dude. I think AG's he's intimidated by he doesn't want to cut him. But I think that's an interesting question. Now, an interesting guy that I don't think a lot of people are talking about that's a pending free agent, Kene Nwangwu. Is he a priority? Or are the Jets going to say, you know what, Kene, you were in and out of the lineup. Isaiah Williams is good enough to do the kick return and punt return duties. Are the Jets going to prioritize Kene returns?
I don't think so. I think he's gone.
You think he's gone?
Can't stay healthy. Every time, if the wind blows a certain mile per hour, he gets hurt.
Ow, my hamstring.
Harsh but true. Jake is on
the special teams unit, low key. There's not a lot of continuity in terms of contracts. Isn't Austin McNamara a restricted free agent, or am I wrong there? Isn't he also?
He was a UDFA. He might. I think he's under for another year.
He is.
They can if he's a restricted, they can match anything that he signs. Then they'll keep him.
And then Nick Folk is potentially retiring, We don't know that situation. And then, Isaiah Williams, he's under contract, right?
Isaiah Williams, I
'cause
think
they
he's a free
waived
agent
in-
too, right?
McNamara's under for $1 million next year. I'll look up.
Nice.
Who'd you ask for? I already forgot.
Isaiah Williams. I think he's good.
He might be a restricted free agent also.
He's restricted free agents.
No, he's also under for $1 million next year too. So we're
Look
good.
at that. Because the only good thing with the Jets last year was special teams, so you got to retain those guys as much as you possibly can, of course. So I think that is going to be an interesting situation. Who the kicker is going to be if Nick Folk does end up retiring? Are they going to find an Austin McNamara? Because that would be nice to find a kicker version of him. Now, when it comes to the big name, Breece Hall, will there be a franchise tag, a transition tag, tag and trade, or a contract, or is he just walking? Matt, where are you at right now on Breece?
I'm hoping for a contract extension. I'd give him essentially the Kyron Williams contract, which I think was 3 years for $11 million, somewhere in that range is what I'd be looking to do. You can't let him leave for nothing. So at minimum, it's got to be a franchise or transition tag, but I'm holding out hope that it could be an extension.
Now, hear me out. This is going to ruffle some feathers. Breece Hall's gone. What if the Jets fall in love with love?
Oh.
I'm out.
Matt's
I'm
out.
out on that.
Yeah,
I can't
I lost
do
you
it.
guys.
I can't take a running back that high. Like, we're not
Yeah, I
equipped to do that when we have so many other needs with these premium picks.
Yeah, I agree. I wish we were able to be a team to be able to draft a running back that high. But let's not do what the Raiders did last year, because Ashton Genty, phenomenal running back, but they obviously regret that pick. Well, at least they should. Who knows? Now, when it comes to Breece Hall, Jake, though, where's your gut telling you on that?
I don't know if he wants to be here, guys. I think there's something up with him and not being voted team MVP. Like, I thought the fact that he wasn't, to me, was telling. He kind of took himself out of that game against New England, and despite practicing all week, he didn't play in the last game. He was DMing Ben Kirk at the trade deadline of how he wanted out. I don't know. Breece kind of says the right thing when he speaks, and then he goes on social media, and then his body language when he's actually playing and all that is not great. So maybe they let him go, or they use the tag on him. I don't know if they're going to be able to get a real extension done with him. I could see the transition tag where they'd have the right to match anything Breece has offered, or if not, maybe they just use the straight up franchise tag. I would try and keep him, but it wouldn't shock me if they move on altogether. I just want to get out in front of that.
Yeah, so what's the plan at running back if Breece does walk, hypothetically? You finding one in the mid-rounds? Is there a free agent running back that you target? Because I don't know about you guys. I don't feel comfortable with Braylon Allen being a workhorse coming off a knee injury. And Isaiah Davis has shown flashes, but they're going to need a running back to replace Breece, especially with the coaching staff of Aaron Glenn trying to prioritize the ground. So what's the plan if Breece is gone, Matt, at running back?
I think I would target Travis Etienne because I think he can do some similar things in an offense, like how he's a weapon out of the backfield as a pass catcher. You would have to reach for agency, right? Like, obviously there's a chance Jacksonville would want to hang on to him, but of the names of the running backs hitting free agency, I would say him or Rico Dowdle are the two that I would have the most interest in free agency.
Very interesting stuff. Now let's pivot to some more targets. That's non-Jets. Tyler Linderbaum, he's going to be a giant, isn't he, Jake? We're not getting him. He's going to Harbaugh.
Probably if they pay him. I mean, if I'm the Jets, I'm just money whipping the top guys and saying, screw it. We're going to have a rookie starting for us next year anyway. Let's go all in and get him. That's what I would do for Linderbaum. I'd pay him an enormous amount of money, make him the highest paid center of all time to get him.
We're back to the jet tax, baby. The only way you're coming is if we overpay. That's what it comes down to. Matt, is Linderbaum someone you would open the bank for and give him that crazy resetting the center market type of deal?
If he actually hits it, yes. I still have my doubts if he's going to hit the open market or not. But yeah, he's still young, right? He's 26 years old, in the prime of his career for an NFL center. Yeah, that is absolutely someone worth paying that kind of money to for me.
Now, an offensive line of Fashanu, AVT, Linderbaum, Titman, and Membu, with Myers being a beautiful depth piece. Now that is a top 5 potential offensive line that should win you games regardless of who you have at quarterback. No?
You would hope.
I mean, come on.
How many wins?
5 or 6?
Yeah, they should.
I mean, double what we got, baby. Double the win total because of the offensive line with Linderbaum.
I mean, they had a good O-line, and they still only won 3 games, and it really should have been 1 if they didn't have a historically great special teams year. Like, they beat the Browns by 7, and they scored 2 touchdowns on special teams in that game. Like, think about it. Like, this was a 1 or 2 win team without that unit.
And no Fernando Mendoza because of it. Blame the special teams, guys. Don't blame me. Okay, I had no impact of the Jets winning those games.
The culture wins, baby. They're paying off dividends so far this offseason. The fan base is united right now.
I love it. Fan base has never been as united as it is today, by the way. Now, any guys on defense that you see the Jets could target? John Franklin Myers, former Jet, is hitting the open market potentially. You also have Sheldon Rankins, former Jet, hitting the open market, just to name some former Jets. But anybody on the defensive side of the ball that you've seen, Matt, that you think the Jets are going to be targeting on that side?
I love that you brought up JFM because he's one of my favorite players. And they desperately missed him the past couple of years. I would also throw, what's his name? Cam Curl from the Rams at safety. That would be my target at the safety position. But I love JFM of the names that you listed off, but they have the money to spend, and I would use a majority of it on this defense that needs a lot of work.
Jake, anybody, do you think they should open up the bank for anybody on the defensive market? Like, who's like the best defensive player even available on the free agent market? I gotta see.
The one defensive guy I think is going to be a Jet is Alex Anzalone. I could see the Jets overpaying to get a Glenn guy, and we'll be sold that this will magically fix the defense because he's a Glenn guy. Get ready for that nonsense.
Culture guy.
So, yeah, like him and Glenn are close, apparently. I could see something like that being a defensive signing. I mean, there's some pretty good defensive players. The problem is all these guys get re-signed by their teams. Like Jamie Sherwood forever was listed as one of the top players in free agency a year ago. The day before free agency, he signed an extension to stay with the Jets. So I'm always weary of who's actually available.
Yeah, some names that I'm seeing right now, former Jet legend who could come back, Hassan Reddick is available. If you guys want. That's my least favorite.
Can we get a
Jet.
3rd round pick if we bring him back? Can we get our pick back, Philly?
That's my least favorite Jet of all time, man. I'm telling you. There's not a lot of big time like defensive guys, in terms of where the Jets could go. Like DJ Reader, defensive tackle from Detroit, could be another Glenn guy, right? But I don't really see anybody they're going to open up the bank for. I think this defense needs to be built through the draft.
Demario Davis is a free agent.
Ooh, I love Demario Davis. Absolutely, I hate it when we let him go.
Doing the damn thing too. All
not
these
once
years
but twice.